And since we already talked that we're going to learn today, even though it's not in the classroom, but at least we're learning because we don't have enough time to finish all the necessary units for your final examination. And I hope you understand this is an extra work to me, and of course very challenging to your part because you have to do extra exercises, extra activities. But let's, okay, do our best. Let's give our best. Okay, so we're going to study unit 5b. We're talking about the neighborhood. Okay, you can look around and what kind of neighborhood do you have? Last week, some of you said you like your neighborhood. Good morning, students. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here we're going to have your vocabulary. Okay, the word here is walkable, from the word walk and able. Okay, can you walk around your neighborhood? Or it's dangerous? Like I'm living here in the highway of Bantan near PTT. Remember the Tadi PTT? It's along the highway. And I think it's not walkable because it's along the highway, right? So my neighborhood is not walkable because it's dangerous. How about your neighborhood? Can you just walk to school? Can you just walk to the market, the police station? Then if you can, we call it a walkable neighborhood. Get around. Get around. How do you get around the city? How do you get around your neighborhood? Is it on foot? Here, okay? We say by bike, uh-huh, by bicycle, by bus, by songtail, right? Or by car, by taxi, by train. Like if you're living in Patalung, I think, okay, your neighborhood, we go to your neighborhood by car, by taxi, by bus, by van. And some neighborhood, maybe it's just walkable. So we go there on foot. Mm. Yeah. We have also sidewalk, where you can just walk around. Okay, where you can just, there's sidewalk here. Uh-huh. See, this is the bicycle lane. This is the lane for the bicycles. And this one, people walk. This is sidewalk. It's it's really good for, we call, pedestrian or people walking, for people crossing the streets. Okay, people walk here. They don't disturb the flow of the traffic, right? Is your neighborhood have um, sidewalks? I think my neighborhood don't have sidewalk because it's along the highway. It has motorcycle lane, but it has no sidewalk. Okay, another word is pedestrian. Mhm. Pedestrian. Another word here is pedestrian. Okay, pedestrian are people crossing the street. That I'm on letter B now. Okay, people crossing the streets, right? It's safe for pedestrian to cross the street because there isn't a lot of traffic. Mhm. But sometimes in front of the university, there's no pedestrian here in the first gate. Yes, the first gate, there's no pedestrian there, but people are just running, right? Crossing near the uh, fighting. What is fighting? Traffic light. So there are bike lanes. Here in Thailand, bicycle is not really common. We have motorcycle, right? Motorcycle lanes. Okay, so the motorist, not the cyclist. Cyclist is okay, people who ride on their bicycles. But we have motorists here in Thailand. It's easy to get to other parts of the city, like to get to Tawang, to get to Bokoso, to get to the train station, to get to um, where in the city, get to the malls. Mhm. So what you're going to do is to answer, okay, for your book score, please answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You do it yourself. Don't just copy from your friend. Listen to this video and answer it yourself. Remember, there's no by foot on foot, okay? It's only one that has on foot. If you're just walking, then you go somewhere else on foot, by car, by bicycle, by motorcycle, but we say on foot. Okay, the next here is the listening. Letter B. Listen to the podcast. Letter B. Listen to the podcast about Hongdae and check the two main ideas. Hongdae? Hongdae. I think this is in, it sounds like Korean city, okay? Hongdae. Hongdae. Let us see. Okay, so you tick two, okay, for the main ideas. And then, okay, you can just repeat listening, okay? The video, you just go back and listen again and again. I'll just play it once for you.
Welcome back to My Big Korean Adventure, the podcast all about living in South Korea. This week, I thought I'd take you to one of the coolest places in Seoul called Hongdae. Hongdae is a neighborhood that has lots of stores, restaurants, and clubs, and it's easy to get to by subway or bus. You could also go by bike, but there's a lot of traffic, and there aren't many bike lanes for cyclists, so I'd definitely take the subway or a bus. Once you arrive, you can get around on foot. It's very walkable. Anyway, let's go and take a look around. So here we are in Hongdae. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's really busy. I'm standing in front of Hongik University. It's a great place to see a lot of art and street performers. Also, gaming is huge in Korea, and in Hongdae, you can go to Zang Games. It's a building that has hundreds of video games on every floor. Oh, and another thing that Hongdae is famous for is the food. There are many international restaurants here, but I love eating the local street food. You might not know what everything is, but you should try all of it.
Okay, so in letter B, just choose two. Okay, from 4 options, just pick 2 as the main ideas of Okay, the audio you have listened. Okay, let's go to letter C. I'm guiding you. You can click again and again this video so you will understand. Letter C, okay, you have to infer meaning. What does it mean, infer? So what does the woman want to say? Read the sentences and listen again and circle your correct answer. So number one, I'll read for you. Hongdae has, or the negative, doesn't have many places to shop and eat. Did you hear it from the podcast? Number two, the area isn't easy to get to by bike. Three, it's the best to go to Hongdae by car or on public transportation. Public transportation like by bus, by train, here in Thailand, by songteo, by tuk-tuk, by motorcycle, that is, okay, the motorcycle that you can pay 20 baht, that is public transportation. The train, that is for people to use. But car, like, let's have some motorcycles, some good cars are really, okay, not public. We call it private transportation. Okay, number four, Hongdae is or isn't easy to get around on foot. Number five, there are or there aren't a lot of things to see in Hongdae. Number six, you don't need to bring your own food to Hongdae. Do you need to bring your own food? Or a lot of things are, okay, sold in Hongdae. So answer that. It's another books score. Next is letter D. Okay. You're going to listen for the more detailed information of the podcast. Okay, what information help you choose the answer in letter C? Listen one more time and write the words you hear. So there are blanks and you have to write, you have to fill in the blanks. Let's listen again.
Welcome back to My Big Korean Adventure, the podcast all about living in South Korea. This week, I thought I'd take you to one of the coolest places in Seoul called Hongdae. Hongdae is a neighborhood that has lots of stores, restaurants, and clubs, and it's easy to get to by subway or bus. You could also go by bike, but there's a lot of traffic, and there aren't many bike lanes for cyclists, so I'd definitely take the subway or a bus. Once you arrive, you can get around on foot. It's very walkable. Anyway, let's go and take a look around. So here we are in Hongdae. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's really busy. I'm standing in front of Hongik University. It's a great place to see a lot of art and street performers. Also, gaming is huge in Korea, and in Hongdae, you can go to Zang Games. It's a building that has hundreds of video games on every floor. Oh, and another thing that Hongdae is famous for is the food. There are many international restaurants here, but I love eating the local street food. You might not know what everything is, but you should try all of it.
Okay, so you have all the chance to patana, to improve your listening. Don't just copy your friend's work. Do it yourself. Nako yan. Okay, up to you. We give you ugat, give you opportunity to listen, improve your listening. Okay, so the words that you can fill in are just from the vocabulary. Mhm. Okay, so you see the pictures. This is Hongdae, right? It's a walkable neighborhood. Okay, so just listen to it again and again. And here, this is how you're going to improve your sentences. This is very important because you're going to do it. You're going to use this grammar structure for your task today. Okay, look, we're going to use a clause here and we're going to connect it with that. La Paz has heavy traffic, okay, that moves quickly. There are two sentences, but you're going to tap the kamnam and connect it with that example. Okay, Doppelmayr usually builds cable car system mhm, that don't affect nature. The cable systems, they don't affect the nature. So you just connect it with that so that you can have one sentence. Okay. Midliferico. Midliferico is a transportation system. Midliferico is a transportation system that pays for itself. See, they are very easy now. It's just connected with that. Mhm. Because look at number one, okay? La Paz has heavy traffic. La Paz is a tanti, a place. So you can say that heavy traffic moves slowly, but you can just connect it with that. Mhm. So here you can answer. You can play with your friend. You can play with your sister or brother. Example number one, just choose from. Read the clues and underline the subject relative clauses. Work with pair. It is all the vehicles that are on the road. What do you call it? It's a traffic. Traffic. So traffic is already underlined. Don't count the box and then count like that. Try to learn the vocabulary na kriyan. Hmm? So here there are people that there are people that ride bikes. How do you call them? That is number two, or is number two here. So what is that? They are people that rides bicycle. They are cyclist. So distribute the letters here, cyclist. Mm. So that's it. You continue to answer. And for your video today, okay, you're going to have test when we see each other on, okay, the next Friday. You're going to make a video your neighborhood. Where are you now? You told me you're going home. So video your place there in your home. And here in Talat Park, there is a big fair. So if you are living here in town, then you can take the video in Talat Park. Okay, you have to introduce your neighborhood. Okay, show what are there in your neighborhood. Is it walkable? Are there motorcycle lanes? Are there bike lanes? Are there pedestrians? What buildings can you find in your neighborhood? Are there some hospitals or restaurants or schools? Are they walkable? Can you just walk to school? Can you just walk to uh, the market? Can you show me your neighborhood? Okay, take a video of your neighborhood and talk. Tell me, okay, good morning. This is my neighborhood. I'm living in Keriwong. So show it, make a video, at least 3 to 5 minutes video. Huh? Okay, I would like you to don't put music. We're going to watch it together. Introduce what is there, what are there in your neighborhood. Like me, if I'll take a video, I will show there's a PTT here, there's a hospital, there are like nursing home for the kids. There is also, okay, a nearby school. I can just walk, but it's along the highway that I have walked across and going down. So it's not walkable because there are dogs. Problems in my neighborhood is that it's along the highway and there are dogs in the small soy. Okay, there are dogs, big dogs. I cannot even run. So please describe Laksana, your neighborhood in your video. What else that you're going to, okay, show me the buildings here. Make sure you use these words. How do you get to, okay, get to the market? How do you get to the store? Do you walk? Do you go by motorcycle, by car? Do you go get to the city on foot? Go get to the hospital on foot? Try to use and be confident. Okay, at least 3 minutes, and I want to see you using the language confidently. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your holiday.